Okay, getting up on the roof here at 1119 Sugar Tree. This video is for Doug. Doug, I figured I'd shoot a quick video for you. That way you get to hear and see everything that I found as I found it. I have 3 reminder errors to start with. The first one, we're going to replace this flashing with your new roof. It's called Drip Edge. The next one is, I've also, I don't know if you've seen the Collis promotion, probably not, but basically if you buy a roof, you get free gutters. Free gutters around the entire house. And so I've already factored that into your estimate. It truly is a free promotion that comes out of a different bucket of money. And then the third area is just to talk about all the granules. If you look down there, you can see there's literally like an inch of granules collected in the gutters from the runoff from the roof. So I know only very little as to what you exactly need from me, but I have a pretty good idea, and I'm going to go through that process real quick. The next thing I noticed is the corners of the shingles are lifted up. That's due to the age, plus wind-driven rain has gotten underneath these. You can see the debris, right? And once you lose that bond between the back of the shingle and the roof itself, it's just going to keep flopping around until it eventually breaks off. And the reason why it breaks off is because when you do lose such a significant amount of granules like this, all the protective chemicals inside the asphalt shingles start to leach out over time, and then the shingles start to become extraordinarily brittle, just like saltine crackers. And that's exactly what's happening with this roof. We're going to come back here in a second, but getting to probably the most important part, and probably the reason you called Collis out here, is because of this. In my best estimation, not really knowing any of the story of what's going on, the current owners probably put in a hail claim. I'll show you significant proof of hail. And for whatever reason, and I'm only speculating, maybe the insurance only paid a given amount, enough to do half the roof, which is that there's so many things to talk about. I'm also a state certified public adjuster, which means that I fight on the consumer, on the homeowner's behalf for what they're due from the insurance company. And clearly they were due a lot more than what the insurance company paid for. And you have all this proof over here as well too. Boom, 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 right? So the whole roof should have been bought and paid for. It wasn't. So the question is, well, how much of this was done correctly? This looks pretty, but as you walk through here, you can hear the plywood creaking and popping underneath the foot. I think the skylight's in perfect condition. We can reuse that. But then I won't dare walk on this, but I have to show you how it's literally stretched like a balloon. That's called TPO. It stands for some long derivative of poly, whatever. But basically it's a rubberized roof system over top of the old roof system. So in my best guesstimation, there's a lot of cover-up going on here. Not anything ill intent, just that literally it was covered over. The bad wood was covered over, things of that nature. So in every sense of the word, I think that this whole roof should be replaced, including this side. Have it done over correctly. And what that means basically is Collis will remove all the material, get down to the bare plywood, entire roof, including the flat roof. We're going to replace anything that's remotely suspect. The rotted, water damaged wood that's underneath it here, most assuredly still underneath it here. 2 building codes have been upgraded in the past couple years. The first one says re-nail the plywood to the roof trusses. The code used to be 12 inches, now it's 6 inches. We go every 4 to 5 inches. And we're going to double, triple the number of nails holding the plywood to the roof trusses. The other really big one, which I doubt we'll even find underneath it here, is waterproof barrier. You maybe heard of the term peel and stick. We're going to cover every inch of this entire roof with waterproof barrier. It's super sticky rubberized membrane, and once it touches plywood, it literally just sucks right to it. In the event, well, it's not a question of if, but when we do get another hurricane or a substantial storm, God forbid you lose a few shingles, but it's still not going to allow the water inside the house with the waterproof barrier. The correct flat roof method, this is a commercial application, and it should have like parapet walls and metal coping on the top. Never ever do you see TPO in a residential market. We're going to use 3 layers of water basically peel and stick for the flat roof. There's 2 base layers, and then there's a cap layer. So there's actually 3 layers to a modified bitumen flat roof. We're going to replace all the vents. We're going to reflash around the chimneys. I hope this gives you a more comprehensive look and idea about the current roof and how it's going to be done correctly. Thanks.